Welcome back to another one. Homesick with the kid today, so while they're inside resting and kind of sleeping it off a little bit, figure I'd try to get some extra projects done around the house I need done here. Winter's just around the corner here. We're in fall. It'll start freezing and snowing here before we want it to, I'm sure, so figure kind of get some of this stuff done while it's kind of nice outside. If you've watched the past videos, you've known that we have added the new chicken run and the chicken coop and stuff out here. We've always had a problem with this being a lower spot anyways. We moved the greenhouse in and added the chicken run in. We kind of moved some dirt in and leveled that out. It was kind of a low, odd hole here where some trees and stuff used to be in the years past. So we kind of leveled all that up to move all this stuff in. And kind of made this worse, which we knew that, but we have a fix for that. I've already dug it out. As you see, the chickens in there throwing around and getting the bugs and stuff out of it, worms. I have a leftover 2x10 from a project a while ago, working on our well. I'm putting a new well cover on the sand point out front, but about a 6-foot piece left over, so I cut it down and I'm gonna kind of set it in the ground here on the inside of the door and attach it to the corner post. And then I'm gonna take the hinge off there and I'm gonna shorten this door frame up 3 or 4 inches or so, and where it'll still, that door will come up in contact with this board, but it'll get it up off the ground, so we don't have to fight the snow melt and the rain and stuff freezing, all the water freezing down here and freezing that door shut. So I'm gonna raise that up about 3.5, 4 inches, and instead of just see up against that door. And then I'll take this low spot here and I'm gonna actually probably fill it in with some wood chips, put a little bit of wood chips here. Long term, I do want to put another run here for either the bob white quail or right now those pheasants. Might put them out here and have them a little pen out here, set up out here. But I said, so this will be an alleyway anyway, so rather than, I'll kind of move some of this concrete out of the way and eliminate that for the most part, and probably just fill this in with wood chips. For now, I'll put a little bit there because I'm not quite sure how I want to do the flight or the pen over here yet, but when I get that figured out, I'll fill the rest of it in and it'll come out to the edge here, so we don't have to worry about mowing that or weed eating it, and kind of clean it up and make it look nice out here a little bit too. So I'm trying to get that set up here, and then I'm going to get the water set up. If you've seen a couple videos in the past, I guess we got rid of the ducks, so I no longer need the tub of water, and so I'll set my bucket back up how we had it from the years past, and use it to be able to, again, and I'll have it set up to where it's got the heating element in there to keep the water thawed out over the winter. It's got the little nipples on the bottom and the chickens can drink out of them. Just never set it back up because the ducks and stuff they can't really drink out of that, so we just use the tub and it's worked out for everybody. Now that they're gone, it's time to go back to the old system and get it ready for winter. I'm gonna go get some more tools here and get this board attached, and I'll kind of show you the steps as we go. All right, I got the door done. For the top here, to keep that tarp out of the way, because it'd get bound up in here and the kids couldn't shut the door because you couldn't reach up here to push it back out. So I had a piece of tin, just a piece of ribbed tin here. I cut about a 3.5 inch strip off of it that had the little lip in there, kind of as a gutter looking thing, and just screwed that up in there to hold that tarp up, and it'll still lets it drain off out of the way on both sides, and then the door can freely open and close. I also moved the hinge. I'm gonna bolt that. I'm gonna run bolts through there and bolt that on instead of using the lag screws because they're too thick and they don't bite anything, and they open and close it a bunch of times that it doesn't quite work. So I'm gonna drill that out and put 2 bolts through there instead. I moved the latch down so it's lined up now. I put my 2x10 in here. I dug it down just a little bit because it was, the manure and dirt and stuff was built up quite a bit. So I dug it down so I could put that board in there. I just got some brackets holding it in, a couple screws. And I'll take some of that dirt and backfill back in there and then put a little bit out here. But like I said, I'm gonna put wood chips out here so I ain't walking in mud the whole time. So that big pile of dirt and manure and stuff, chickens already scratched it up and went through it. Spread it all out. So I'm gonna rake some of that back in that hole again and kind of pack it in so I don't dig it out again. Then I'm gonna start working on the water. Get my bucket back. I got the bucket and everything made. I just gotta get the board back out, which I don't think I have the board anymore, so I think I have to cut a new one, but I gotta look and see. That way, make the chores just a little bit easier for the chickens this winter. Makes it nice not have to fight the ground being unlevel. We talked about doing this last year and just never got around to it. By the time we wanted to do it, ground was frozen and too cold outside. Didn't really want to work on stuff like this. So kids will be happy though. They can come out and visit their chickens now and not have to go through the door in there, through the garden, which doesn't latch from the inside. So they leave it open and then they have to chase chickens around. But I said I'm gonna get the water set up and figure out where I want to put that at and start working on that.